Love you.
You just pulled up in the car like the sun was hitting you at the perfect angle. There's a glorious angel sitting there.
Oh, thanks.
I pay for
Wurrung people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the land on which we gather, and pay respect to their elders past, present and emerging. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today. And I welcome you all here today to witness and share in the friendship, love and marriage of Laura Hill and James Armstrong. My name is Paula Ayward, and as one of the people up the front here today, lucky enough to be there on the day this love blossomed, I am very honoured to be here in this role. I am delighted to be with you all as we celebrate Laura and James as they enter into marriage. There is an old Irish saying, "From this day forward, you shall not walk alone. My heart will be your shelter and my arms will be your home." We have gathered here to witness and celebrate two young people finding such a home. Laura and James have discovered a soulmate in each other, and with the vows they will soon make, they are committing to walking that path together. Most of us dream of journeying through life with that special person who knows how to make us laugh, helps us believe in ourselves, holds us close, and who'll treasure us always. Marriage is a promise made in the hearts of two people who love each other. It is a commitment that takes a lifetime to fulfill. Within the circle of love, marriage encompasses all of life's most important relationships. A wife and a husband are each other's lover, teacher, listener, critic, best friend, and uno nemesis. When wanting a relationship to stay strong, you must be committed to staying true to yourself, committed to accepting yourself as is, committed to standing up for what you believe in. As family and and friends, you have watched and supported Laura and James through their ups and downs. You have all embraced them as a couple. You are here because of the integral part you play in both of their lives, and for this they are truly grateful. Laura and James would like to pay special tribute to beloved family members not here today. They are here in spirit and here in photos held by Flower Girls Carly and Ali. James' dad, David Armstrong, and Laura's grandparents, Doris and Terence O'Brien, Jean and Joe Hill. Laura and James give thanks and are proud that you are all here today to celebrate the love they have found in each other. I now invite Kat, Laura's good friend from high school, to read the opening passage from Love Actually.
Hello?
Whenever I get gloomy with the state of the world, I think about the arrivals gate at Heathrow Airport. General opinion is starting to make out that we live in a world of hatred and greed, but I don't see that. It seems to me that love is everywhere. Often it's not particularly dignified or newsworthy, but it's always there. Fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, husbands and wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, old friends. When the planes hit the Twin Towers, as far as I know, none of the phone calls were from the people about hate or revenge. They were all messages of love. If you look for it, I've got a sneaky feeling you'll find that love actually is all around.
It was at a festival for the Rainbow Serpent that these two fun folk first crossed paths. But it wasn't until a year later, at one faithful New Year's Day drinks, that sparks did fly. Thanks to Mick bringing along his friend Army, and Mel overhearing Army's compliments and insisting Laura ask him out. Soon, Laura and James were sharing chips, dips and card trips at picnics along the Yarra. Allergies that had James resemble a pufferfish, and Subway sandwich budgie smugglers didn't put either of these two off. And before long, they were sharing a home, amazing travels around Europe, and a puppy together. Now, with their St Kilda apartment, they have created a unique, loving place to call their own. During their time together, they have been able to reflect on what they love about each other and are grateful for in each other. The strength of their relationship is in the way in which they tie in with and complement each other. Laura brings out the best in James. She is thoughtful, selfless, kind, caring, organised, driven, and pretty damn sexy. And James brings calm and comfort to Laura. He is a softie, sweet, affectionate, patient, easygoing, reliable, respectful, and rather handy around the home too. Together with Smiley, they have started a family, one with empathy and unconditional love. Laura's brother, David, and cousin, Sarah, shall now read a poem from Bob Marley about love.
Only once in your life, I truly believe you find someone who can completely turn your world around. You tell them things you have never shared with another soul, and they absorb everything you say and actually want to hear more. You share hopes for the future, dreams that will never come true, goals that were never achieved, and many disappointments life has thrown at you. When something wonderful happens, you can't wait to tell them about it, knowing they will share in your excitement. They are not embarrassed to cry with you when you are hurting, or laugh with you, or make a fool of yourself. The things that seem insignificant to most people, such as a note, song, or walk, become invaluable treasures kept safe in your heart to cherish forever.
A phone call or two during the day helps you to get through a long day's work and always brings a smile to your face. In their presence, there's no need for continuous conversation, but you find you're quite content in just having them nearby. You open your heart knowing that there's a chance it may be broken one day, And in opening your heart, you experience a love and joy that you never dreamed possible. You find strength in knowing that you have a true friend and possibly a soulmate who will remain loyal to the end. Life seems completely different, exciting and worthwhile. Your only hope and security is knowing that they are a part of your life.
Laura and James, before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship in which you are now to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Marriage is entered into, therefore, believing the purpose of our life is the pursuit of happiness, and understanding it is your partnership which takes priority over all other considerations. If you are prepared now to choose each other as life companions, husband and wife, please indicate the same by joining hands together. Laura and James, do you promise that you will be kind, faithful, affectionate, understanding and a true companion during your life together?
We do.
Laura, do you take James to be your husband even though he buys expensive oranges and sucks at Uno? And James, do you take Laura to be your wife even though she loves chocolate and Pepsi Max so much that the day she stops drinking Pepsi Max their share price will plummet and the company will have to file for bankruptcy?
I do.
Rings have come to symbolise eternal love and endless union of body, of mind and of spirit. They have been given by lovers to each other as tokens of faith, trust and hope. They are a tangible sign of a promise given and kept through the days of lovers' lives together. Teo, Master Page Boy, please bring the rings forward.
Thanks, Tay.
Rings are the only physical symbol that you will take away from this ceremony today. You arrive at the ceremony as a single person and leave as part of a married couple. The rings on your fingers will remain and symbolise to you and the world you are now part of a married couple. Today, Laura and James show their love is true by giving each other hand to hand the symbol of eternal love. James, please repeat after me.
Laura, please accept this ring as a symbol of my commitment to you. Let it remind you of my eternal love to you and my pride in being your husband.
Laura, please repeat after me. James, please accept this ring.
James, please accept this ring as a symbol of my commitment to you.
Let it remind you of my eternal love to you.
Let it remind you of my eternal love to you
And my pride in being your wife.
and my pride in being your wife.
We are gathered here to celebrate love in all its forms, but especially the highest level of love and commitment between two people. Marriage is the deepest way of expressing to each other and to family and friends the special love you share with each other. Love and commitment stretches us. It often pushes us past our comfort zone. It invites us to have more faith and find it in unexpected places. It dares us to surrender to something grander than we ever imagined, beyond fear and insecurities. But it can lead us to a place of openness, growth, challenge and grace. Everyone you have gathered here today shares your joy and joins with me in wishing you a very long, happy, healthy life together. By the love that has brought you here today, by the vows you have exchanged, and by the integrity of your commitment, in the presence of the witnesses here, it is my absolute heartfelt pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. James, it's your bride!
Have you got a message to say to Laur and Jim?
That was beautiful, girls. Oh, photo got me.
Okay, good message. Well done. I'm sure they'll be thrilled. There you go, Laurs and Jim. The wise words of Carly.
I'm at the highest height with nothing to fear. I'm just a man on a wire, hanging up here. They call me crazy, but I'm beginning to change a lonely world. So breathe a little more. I feel at home. I'm on the top of the world, and I finally see what we could be. That now I'm on the top of the world.
Take me in your arms.
Special people make special moments, so I'd like to introduce first off the two bridesmaids, Mel and Nat. Absolutely beautiful. Come on in here. And also the bridesmaid, stunning and sister of the bride, Steph. Next up are the boys. We've got the strapping young Ryan and Nick. And floating from London, the extremely sharp Macca. But here's what we're all coming in for today. To give loudest of applauses to Mr. and Mrs. Armstrong. Everybody get around home, say good day.
I'll do anything to make you smile. With you, I'm in heaven. When you kiss me, I turn to a star. And
Congratulations, Lord. We love you heaps. All the best for the future.
the sky, we know that we can fly on the wings of love, and we can climb on every mountain top. I never knew eternity was real till I met you. Since that day, I live in a dream. I live in a dream. We live in a dream. We live in a dream. Yeah. We live in a dream.
Jim, can I get you up here, mate? Macca and Laura and David, please. Laura's parents.
This will be short and sweet as requested by Laura. As most of you know, we are Laura's parents, Maureen and David. We thank you all for coming to celebrate the marriage of Laura and Jim, especially those who have travelled from overseas and interstate and we really appreciate the effort you made to get here. Laura, it took you a while to find the man you wanted to spend the rest of your life with. But you waited patiently until Jim came along, and here we are today. We knew how much love you had to give some lucky man, and we are so happy to welcome Jim into our family. Along with Mary, his mum, Sam, his sister, and husband Marty. You are a wonderful daughter who's loving, thoughtful and caring, and we are so proud of you. You are always very family orientated, even from a very young age. We used to get notes on our pillow every night telling us you loved us up to the universe and back again a zillion times, and we were the best parents in the world. Of course that view changed in your teenage years. They do say the oldest child has the hardest time growing up and becoming independent, but we were usually able to work through our conflicts and somehow reach a compromise. When we couldn't, we had to accept that you win some, you lose some. Good lessons for a happy marriage.
Travelling when you were 20 and didn't stop for the next 15 years. We often wondered if you'd ever come home and settle down. But after you met Jim, we knew you were home for good. As a couple, you complement each other. Laura, he gets rest at times. And Jim, you're a bit of a laid back. So hopefully, you both want to be better. Thanks to you both for organising today. Though a little birdie told us that if it was left up to Jim, he would still be in the gardens now, with a sausage and a can of beer in hand. We know that you'll be able to work through the challenging times because your love and loyalty to each other. Wishing you both lots of happiness and a wonderful life together.
It's great having Jim and Mary as part of the family, and we'll all get together when Sam gets back. Marty's lovely too, so we'll all get together. You got more? And we love you heaps.
Everybody enjoy yourself and have a drink, have something to eat. Good work.
Hello guys, I'm Becca, the best man if you haven't known yet. I met James, Army, Flog, whatever you want to call him, about 20 years ago. It's been great to watch him over the years develop into the man he is today. There's probably a few things you don't really know about James in his younger years, so I'm not going to take too long, but I'm going to give you a little snap of what James was as he's grown up into the man he was today. I met James in a job where we were selling Optus home phone internet packages. Where we would door lock houses and try and sell them home phone and internet. The one thing I noticed about Army was, when we started at about 12 o'clock in the day, the one thing I noticed about Army was his eyes were generally red. And I thought, I'm not sure, I had a rough idea maybe why. But we kept our space, and then eventually, when we finished at about 8 o'clock, his eyes were even redder this day. I'm going to have to talk to this guy and see what's going on. Turns out, obviously, he enjoyed a smoke, like me, back in the younger days. And I was slaving away in the streets of Rogeville, trying to sell Optus home phone packages, not really getting anywhere. And I found out that Army had knocked on someone's door and got invited in for beers and cones. We got talking that night, because I thought, this guy looks alright actually. And we found out we had mutual friends. Me and Biggers were playing football at the time, and he knew Biggers, and obviously we got sort of mates from that day forward. And then we obviously didn't like the job, because who liked selling home and phone packages and door knocking? So we came up with this master plan that when we got paid, our first paycheck, we're going to go to Crown Casino and bet it and make our millions and move on and do whatever we wanted to do. And sure enough, payday came around. We got about $200 each. We threw it out the ATM. Half an hour later, we were back in Army's car, sharing a Happy Meal at McDonald's. With no money. That was sort of how we met, and then from then on we've sort of been best mates since. We've lived together. There's plenty of stories to talk about that. I won't bore you with a lot of them. I think probably one of the most memorable ones was we lived at the back of a unit in Morty Alley. You'd always hear his car. I can't remember what car it was. Absolute shit. Absolute shit. And then you'd hear it coming up the drive. Army's home, you know. This night, got louder and louder and louder, and then bang! Oh, fuck it, we got out, looked in the back garden, there's Army in his car in our back garden. Hands on his head, he's like, I haven't been drinking. Little palings over his car, the back fence is splattered across the garden. Obviously he hadn't been drinking, as he said. Come inside, I was like, what are you doing, mate? He's just like, I just come home to grab something quite clearly weed. Comes what he had to get, pop back in his car, turned the door over to the car, and wood palings hanging off the car. As you do when you're 22 or 23. Oh, good one, Jim. See you, mate. And off he went back out to his car, and then we had to get it fixed about a week later. And I think Chrissy Timmins fixed it, and we sat there and watched him do it. I think he went to do the majority of the work, and he didn't do any of it. But if you know Army, he's a great guy, a very loyal guy.
Yeah, Jim.
We talk underwater. It's unfortunate when Laura and Army got together, I'd sort of moved to the UK, so I didn't really get to see their relationship develop. But obviously I know Laura comes from good stock.
Hell yes,
It's colour her and her bloods. Colour hers is someone that I grew up with, a family that I grew up with. Mark and Carmel are here somewhere, I'll see them where Mark and Carmel are. But They nurtured me through my youth. Over there, Bree was good friends with my older sister. Pat and Sam, who I've seen develop into grown young men. And that's about it, really. Sorry. But no, honestly, it's an absolute pleasure to see these two together. I know with Arnie, as soon as he met you, Laura, it was different. I knew it was different. Just the way he talked about you, and I wish you all the best in the happiness. I know what you're going to do together is going to be amazing. So, congratulations.
Jim, all the very, very best, and what a fantastic day, and I love the ceremony. It was just gorgeous, and they deserve the best.
I want to say thank you all for coming and sharing today with us. It's been great having you all here and getting around talking to you all. And if we haven't seen everyone, we're sorry, but it's pretty bonkers today. A big thank you to Paula for kindly being our celebrant and giving us all the ideas and like coming over and working through stuff and all that. Thank you, Paula. Thank you to the bridal party, of course, the beautiful bridal party. You got Steph, Nat, and Mel, and the flower girls, Ali and Carly. Thank you, girls. Thanks for all the help with everything. It's been really helpful. No, it's up. Yeah, that's better.
Just speak loud.
No, it's up. It's all good. Thanks to the groomsmen, Macca, Mick, and
Ditch the mic. Underwater voice.
I've always been known for being a bit loud, just a bit. Thanks to groomsmen, Macca, Mick, Ryan, and Potato for being our page boy. Appreciate it, mate. And especially for Mick for introducing me to my beautiful wife, of course. A big thank you to Maureen and Dave for all their help with the wedding and welcoming into their family. It's been cool to get, come into someone else's family and get to know everyone. It's been real cool. They're a tight-knit group and it's lovely to get to know them. Thanks to my mum for always being there and being so supportive. Thank you, mum. Thanks to Kat for the lead decorations here and with help to Laura and for all the time and effort you put in and come to eat with us and for doing all this here. We really appreciate it. And setting up, and for Christian as well for doing a bit of the legwork as well. Thanks to Joe for helping set up the ceremony with all the flowers and all the seats and all that stuff. Joe, thank you. I don't know where you are, but thank you very much. Dave, Kat and Sarah for doing readings at the ceremony. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks to Alyssa and Hayley for looking after the pooches and walking them down the aisle, for always being there for talk to and that. Big thanks to a huge thanks to Ruben for letting us get ready at his place, getting the sound system down for the reception, carting stuff here, letting me keep crapping in his spare room, and for setting up and going down there this morning and doing stuff, and for being the MC, man, really appreciate it. Thank you for Dan Hill for being our videographer today, for capturing the day on the photos.
Still going.
Steph for doing all the bridesmaids' hair and makeup and those things, Steph, today as well, and for the hen's day. Mick for the bucks day, thank you. Martin, Mandy and Christian for helping set up here with all the tables and that too. Really appreciate it, guys. Grace for doing the groomsmen's flowers, I think. I'm not sure what they're called, but buttonholes, yeah. And also, lastly, just everyone who's travelled to be here today with Graham and Paula and Peter coming all the way from New Zealand, Nat, Martin, Candice and Jezza from Brisbane, Bernie, Amy and Dave from Rockhampton, and Macca and Vic from the UK. But the biggest thank you to anyone is to the new wife. out, like, and I haven't really helped her that much. Let's be honest. But she's been stressed out, and she's pulled this together in like 2 months, like from like Christmas stage or 2 and a bit months from Christmas Day. It's been bonkers, organising all, invite, just everything. It's been crazy. Like it's been, I got exhausted watching her do and that's it. And thanks so much for just being here and celebrating with us, guys. Yeah.
Hey guys, can you give us 2 seconds? If we get the staff to bring out the cake. It's Ben and Jerry's cake, so it's been sitting in the freezer, would have been soon by now if it was brought out earlier. So if we can get the cake brought out, everybody, and then we'll get through the cake cutting. Everyone should sit tight, if you can, chat between yourselves, and then we'll get that sorted.
Whatever road I'm taking, whatever dream I'm chasing, I wanna be with you. It don't matter how high, as long as you're by my side, I wanna be with you. There's so much more this life has in store. Yeah, I wanna go with you. Wherever you go, wherever you go. It don't matter what the distance, it doesn't make a difference, you know. Oh, 'cause I wanna go wherever you go. Take me to the highest mountain, take me to the lowest valley. I wanna be with you. 'Cause there's something about when I'm with you that I don't wanna lose, I don't wanna lose. There's so much more this life has in store. Yeah, I wanna go with you. Wherever you go, wherever you go.
We're gonna have drama later on.
Alright, are you ready?
No, we're gonna. Can you try it up, Chelsea? Okay, hang on. What? Shut up! Are we going?
Yeah, we're filming now.
Cheers to Laur Jims. Congratulations. Woohoo!
That's I'm changing. Yeah, I wanna